So, what if you could totally overhaul your energy levels and build like an ironclad immune system in just 2 weeks? And what if you could do it using simple, natural foods? Well, that's the huge promise from a health plan we're going to break down today, a plan that calls itself the 14-Day Immunity Shield. The whole thing really kicks off with a question that I think we can all relate to. Why are you always tired? It's a pretty powerful way to start, right? Because it taps right into that feeling of being completely run down that, so many of us feel all the time. And here's the plan's really striking diagnosis. It's not just that you're tired. The core idea here is that your body is literally starving. It's starving for the basic things it needs to work the way it's supposed to. That's a pretty intense way to put it, isn't it? Okay, so this material breaks down that whole starvation idea into three main problems. First, it says we're missing 92 essential nutrients. Second, it talks about something called internal heat that we get from processed stuff. And third, these two things work together to just completely weaken our immune system. All right, so we've got the problem. What about the solution? This is where the focus shifts. Let's look at the first set of remedies, which are all presented as this immunity shield you can build just by pairing up some simple foods. The very first pairing is so simple, it's kind of surprising, just pineapple and honey. The whole idea is that taking this combo every single day for 2 weeks can kickstart a huge shift in your health. So what's supposed to be happening here? Well, the thinking behind this pairing is that it gives your cells what are called raw enzymes, and these enzymes actively fight off intruders. The result? A much stronger immune system and, hey, smoother digestion too. Next up, we've got a classic combination, right? Orange and lemon. This pairing is all about flooding your body with vitamins that are super easy to absorb. And this is where the argument gets really, really specific. It zeroes in on this exact number, 90 milligrams of vitamin C from just one orange, and presents it as the daily dose you need for your immune system to be at its absolute best. And we're not just talking about fighting off colds here. This citrus mix is also said to be proven to boost your physical performance. The idea is it doesn't just defend your body, it actually helps it repair itself and just perform better. Now, this is interesting. Right in the middle of laying out all these solutions, the source kind of hits pause and asks you a direct question. It's a technique to make you stop for a second and really think about your own habits. And this is the question. It asks, what is the first thing you reach for when you feel a cold coming on? It's designed to create this really sharp contrast between what it calls store-bought chemicals and something it calls nature's pharmacy. From there, we pivot a little bit. The focus moves from general immunity and zooms in on the digestive system. This next part is all about cleansing your gut to build a stronger defense from the inside out. The third combo is milk and turmeric. It's described as a kind of natural vacuum for your insides, designed to basically clear the path so your immune system can actually do its job. So, the thinking goes like this. A heavy gut, one that's full of waste, is actually getting in the way of your immune system. This combination is supposed to help remove that waste and cut down on the inflammation that makes you susceptible to getting sick. Okay, next up is a really familiar piece of advice, but it's presented with a specific twist. The source really pushes the whole apple a day thing, but specifically for its powerful role in digestion. See, this plan doesn't just say apples are healthy, it calls them the best food for digestion, period. The argument is that they help your body process nutrients from everything else you eat way more efficiently and help get rid of toxins. And what about that mental side of feeling sick or run down? You know, that brain fog? Well, this material has an answer for that too. Blueberries. They're presented as the cure. So from this point of view, blueberries are way more than just a snack. They're called the ultimate way to protect your memory and sharpen your focus, especially when you're feeling mentally sluggish because you're under the weather. Okay, this brings us to the grand finale of the whole argument. After all these different food pairings and individual foods, the plan unveils what it calls the ultimate cure. One single, super powerful ingredient that's supposed to do all of this and more. And that ingredient is Moringa. This is presented as the final, most powerful piece of this whole 2-week immunity shield puzzle. So why Moringa? Well, remember those 92 essential nutrients we talked about at the very beginning? The huge claim here is that Moringa contains almost all of them. It's basically positioned as the nutritional silver bullet of this whole plan.
And to really hammer this point home, the material makes a pretty wild comparison. It claims that Moringa has 7 times more vitamin C than oranges. And we all think of oranges as the king of vitamin C, right?
And it doesn't stop there. Another dramatic comparison is that Moringa supposedly contains 4 times more potassium than bananas. Again, another food that's famous for that one specific nutrient. In the end, it all boils down to this one really simple philosophy. If nature didn't make it, don't take it. The source leaves us with that powerful little rule, basically asking you to decide for yourself whether the answers to your health are found in a lab or if they're found in nature. It's a final thought that really wraps up the entire argument we've just walked through.